Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tula Unfiltered Temptation Island Edition. Y'all, we just saw episode 2 of Temptation Island season 3. I'm your host, Tula, and listen, I want to jump right into what we just saw. I want to bring on my good friends Brian and Rarolay so we can talk about the juiciness that we just saw go down on tonight's episode of Temptation Island. Welcome back, y'all. How y'all feeling?
Hey,
Good.
Okay, now listen. I feel like this episode was like an emotional roller coaster. Honestly, we saw. Oh my gosh, where do we even begin? We saw the first date selection. And I'm just going to say, yes, I was a little salty that I wasn't selected for the first date, but that is okay. You know, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. All right, I'm just going to keep that out there. No, but in all seriousness, we saw the first date selection. We saw a few like actual breakdowns from the couples in the girls' house and the boys' house. So I guess like where should we start with? Let's start with the meltdowns for one. Corey had a meltdown.
I was about to be like, which one?
Yeah. Corey had a meltdown. Erica had a meltdown. I feel like Erica, like my heart, she really just like pulled at my heartstrings because I feel like during that episode, she was really like kind of realizing like I'm not where I'm supposed to be as a woman.
Mm-hmm. I have a whole different perspectives about her.
Right. So I thought, I think at first, I thought she was a little bit standoffish and I was a little confused. Like, will I like her? Is she really nice? What's going on? However, seeing her in this episode definitely shed another light to maybe why she was kind of standoffish or just really had a shield up, I guess. Like, because more so it had to do with Kendall because she is well aware of Kendall's antics. And I think she knew, but seeing it was like, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Kendall went in. Like he went in on this episode. So we had an Angels and Devils like lingerie party. And as you saw, like the ladies, I stated Kendall was ready to risk it all, and some of them girls were ready to risk it all too. We played Truth or Dare, and y'all saw my mouth. My mouth dropped a few times, like jaw dropping things. What was your reaction when you saw him give Alexis a lap dance and just his behavior during that particular party? Brian, what did you?
It was so typical because I was expecting that. Maybe like a little. I know like later down the road I'm gonna see like a lot worse. But it's like he's having a good time. Like someone said, it's like a bachelor party to him, and he's living his life. He's probably like, I feel like he probably experienced something before he left home and came to this house with his girlfriend. So it's like everything is going to unfold. I feel like, But let's talk about Thomas though. Like he was acting real arrogant and like snapping at people. Like that showed like his person. That showed his character, not even personality, and like his role in the relationship, like how he is. And I don't like that.
I don't either. Thomas is the one. So I'm still trying to make sure I'm up to
speed. I have to take notes.
You see, you're on it. Thomas is the one that literally was bad mouthing in the first 5 minutes. Right? Yeah, I didn't like that. It's like, and it's even, for example, rule of thumb when you're looking to date a new person. If you're bad mouthing the person that you're actually even still with, but at least for me, if you're bad mouthing your ex, I already think that's a red flag because that's your intro, that's your leg in saying how horrible the person you were with before is. It just kind of says something about their character.
Yeah. Well, I will say to his defense, because I was there. So during those like initial, conversations, we're trying to figure out like, well, why are you here? Like what's the issue in your relationship that brought you here to the show? So I'm wondering, was it one of those conversations that, they captured him explaining, why? Because like literally it's 4 guys and we're like, okay, so what's what, it's 11 of us, we're trying to get our bearings and figure out, okay, like what's your story, like we didn't waste no time getting to know these guys. Like obviously some people got to know each other a little bit more intimate, but
some people connected,
right?
Connected, but we really didn't waste any time like trying to connect with the guys on an emotional level, because we really wanted to know like, well, why are you here? Like, yeah, we can party and have fun, but we want to know too, like, why are you here? Because you got to remember, us single ladies, we're here looking for love, at the end of the day. So
did the singles like get together one night? Like, did y'all interact with the other singles?
No.
Okay.
No. We could not interact with the single guys. That would be a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be a whole nother show. If we,
I feel like you guys would forget about the couples. Then you would just be like, "Well, let's."
Exactly. That would be a whole nother show. It would be no perfect. Yeah, that's a whole different show. But no, this episode was definitely, we saw a lot of waterworks. Definitely felt for Corey as well, because he broke down, a few times when Erin, when she picked Griffin, the soccer player, like that was something that definitely, struck a chord with him. So, I definitely felt for the couples, especially during that first date selection, because it's not easy watching your significant other choose someone else to go on a date with, and I really did feel for Erica too, because Kendall held Alexis's hand, while walking.
He held a lot of things. He held a lot of things.
Yes.
It was a lot of booty grabbing. As Sophia says, booty grabbing, booty shaking.
He was holding the booty. He was holding the hand. He was holding onto her on water. Of course, that was solely for survival purposes.
Well,
however,
he can't swim.
He held on to somebody else. He had a noodle. He had a life vest. He was okay.
How old is he?
That's a great question. I think he may be 27.
Wow.
I don't know. Y'all have to go to the network to see how old he is, because I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, that was definitely an interesting episode, and I actually want to bring on. We have another guest on here. I want to bring up one of the singles. So Robert and Brian, I'm going to chat with you guys in a couple of minutes, but I want to bring up Lex. He is one of the singles that was on.
Oh, how you do that? How'd you do that?
Hi.
How y'all doing?
You said how we do that. Listen, man, we got a whole production team over here. Okay.
Yeah, you got to put me on game, because I do not know how to do none of that. How y'all doing?
I'm good. Listen, I want to talk to you about what we just saw on the second episode. Okay. You were selected to go on that first date. Walk us through like what was going on through your mind when you were selected to go on a date.
To be honest, I was shocked.
Really?
Yeah, to start my process on the show, I wasn't really interacting with nobody. I was honestly kicking it, wasn't feeling it at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So during date selection, I was honestly just chilling. I was like, let's see who they're going to choose. So when she came up to me, I was like, really? Because I think we had like exchanged like maybe 2 minutes worth of conversation.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, let's get it. So I was kind of excited. Like, let's see what are we going to do? So the zip lining was cool. But as we went on the date, clearly Erica, her head was in another space for a good reason.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in a weird position. Like, there's not much I can do except try to be there for her. Obviously, I could watch in the episode. She was very emotional. So on our date, I didn't know what she did for a living, who she was. We never even got that far casually in the house. So this was my opportunity. And as I started talking about that, her head's kind of, which I understood. So I was just letting her know, like, look, it's no pressure. Do your thing. When you're ready to get into that space, I'm here. And if not, it's all good. So that's kind of where I left it. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that was a heavy scene. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, wow, you know, and
Super
I had
emotional.
a feeling that those emotions were gonna come out just from hearing Kendall's side and just seeing what I saw in the guys.
Yeah, for sure.
But to actually see, her break down like that, it sucks, especially being a Black woman. You never want to see another Black woman cry like that.
Most definitely. I'm sure it hits close to home when you see things like that, and it was killing me. But I saw it coming the whole way when we were ziplining. Like we're hopping on the zip line. I'm like, "What's up, girl? Like, you excited?" She's like, and I'm like, "Oh god." And in my head, like, you have to really open your mind to be understanding, because your initial reaction is like, "Yo, if you're not trying to interact, why would you choose me on a date? Like, what the hell? Like, what's going on?" And then you're like, "Wait, let's be understanding her situation. Let's get what she's really going through." So once you step back and think about it, it's like, okay, it's no big deal. But every zip line, every zip line got higher and higher and higher. It was more fun. And I'm looking over, the other couples having a blast. Woo! I see Griff and Aaron going crazy.
Yeah.
And Kristen having a blast. Blake and Chelsea hitting it off. And I'm over here. I can't even get eye contact.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got Joanne walking in the background.
Hey, Joanne, look, we got another single. I see him in the background.
Yeah,
you gotta hop on and say hey to Tula Unfiltered, Joanne.
I'm in the live too.
Okay. But you know what? I definitely feel like you guys had it a little bit more difficult than the guys did, because the girls were so guarded, and rightfully so. I mean, the houses definitely had different vibes in general, but I think
completely.
Yeah, and I think the girls had different mindsets than the boyfriends, and that definitely trickled over into everything. Like, even when I saw Evan pop the champagne, I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
I'm telling y'all, like, mostly it was me and Jawan in the cut, like the first half of the season, chilling. So we would just peep everything. So we hear pop and we hear her start to snap. And and I knew right then, I said, oh, it's going to be a long season, because you could tell right away. You can't even have fun and pop champagne. God, imagine, you know what I mean? You already knew where their headspace was at. So that was it. Is
and rightfully so. I mean, I couldn't be in their shoes. I tell you that much. Like, I could not have a friend on an island
on the show as a couple ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't survive as a couple. I would not. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't survive as a couple. I definitely wouldn't. Like, I would if I would have seen that clip that Erica saw at that first bonfire. Oh, I would have took off to wherever they were, and it would been down.
Where's the other house?
I'm saying, like, I would have been like, Mark, excuse me, hold my earrings.
So you would have had a problem with the other females or your man?
No, with my boyfriend.
Okay.
No, I would have came after my boyfriend. No, see, and that's one thing too. I don't do the whole, go after the girl. No, you're not in a relationship with the girl. You're in a relationship with your boyfriend. Like,
facts. I preach that all the time, but that jealous rage is a different animal.
Yeah. But no, so yeah, I mean, so what were your thoughts, I guess, of the first episode, or what do you think is going to happen in episode 2 or episode 3, actually?
Yeah, episode 3. I mean, episode 2 was a lot of tears. I think episode 3, I think will be some more tears. I think as far as our house, I can only speak on our side. I think it's building. It's a lot. We're taking stairs. Y'all taking an escalator. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. Like, I knew that was my mindset going into it. Like, the turtle won the race. So like, at this point where we were then,
don't give me spoilers.
No, of course not, girl. I'm on point like a tack, baby. And even it's funny that they aired it. Even the Griffin Aaron dynamic. Like, I was talking to Aaron, and I'm a soccer player, played my whole life, played at college, and then I coach at the college level. So she's like, I play soccer, but like, I couldn't be fake, even in like a situation like that. So when she's like, I play pro, I was like, that's dope. But in my head, one of the main guys who I hit it off in the crib with was Griffin. He played pro. So instead of, I feel like a lot of guys like mentality would have been like, boom, we have it in common. And I was so happy they aired that, because it was so true, and it was true to myself. It was true to who I am. I was like, yo, my man's playing pro. Boom. Yeah. And then next thing you know, they're on a date, and we chat, and he was, my roommate. So we had talked about it. But yeah, so that dynamic I think is interesting because they seem like they blonde hair, blue eyes, similar interests.
Well, let's pause there because I don't want to say any more about any other dynamics other than y'all was happening, this week. Y'all got to tune in next week to see what's happening. Y'all saw them. Yeah, tune in next week.
Leave them on that cliffhanger, man.
Yes, but I definitely want to bring back on Brian and Raro to join us so we can go over some of the tweets that we saw happening. Oh my gosh, Twitter.
Oh, what Twitter talking about? Yeah, my boys were sending me. Somebody said I had no neck on Twitter.
Not no neck.
Oh, Raro, you on mute? Take yourself off of mute.
Yeah, no, I was going to say I didn't see that, and I was following along.
Oh my God.
I was like, damn, they on me.
Okay, so I see someone said the girls on the show be dressing hella cute. Where the F they got their stuff at? Okay, thank you. Well, I tell you this much. My clothes came from my stylist, Mr. Brian Lamont. He's right here, right here. His handle is right there. So if y'all need to be styled, profiled, hit him up. Okay. He picked this gorgeous top for me.
I love that blazer. It's oh my gosh, it's so cute.
All right, let's see. Someone said this show is so toxic for any relationship. Somehow I love it. Oh my goodness. It's straight fact. So yeah, this show is definitely toxic for relationships. Like if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't go on this show. Would y'all go on this show if you were in a relationship?
No.
So I guess it would depend on different variables. I feel like realistically, no, I wouldn't in a relationship. If I was single, I wouldn't. But then it's just kind of like, I don't know if I trust my man, but I don't know if I would like. I mean, if you just throw something in his face 24/7, that's a lot. Like, he's only, but he's human. So I'm like, I don't know if I would throw him into the water.
Yeah. I feel like I would if I feel like I would probably see if he wanted to go on this show just because I feel like we were at a crossroad. We were at a crossroad. We were not anymore. But I feel like this show would have made or broken us. I don't know, but it definitely would have been a test.
Would you do it just for fun though? Like if you was in a relationship?
Content this season again. If he would have did something crazy, I would have ran over to that villa.
If you was married, like, and they had a show like this, would you do it?
No.
Married?
Absolutely.
Hell no. And that's not on some pluses you said. That's just on some like let's be sane and like what is that gonna do for our marriage? I feel like there's a lot more. There's no upside to that.
It's not. Yeah, no. You just might as well go get divorced.
Right.
So I did see too. Someone asked, anyone else feel like Kendall doesn't even care about his girlfriend?
Doesn't care. It's not even doesn't care. He hates her. Like he literally hates her and hates her entire existence because there's no way like you wouldn't even dog your friend out like that. So somebody who you're sharing pillow secrets with and different things like that, and you can't even like pretend to have an ounce of respect. Like he was wild from day one. Like he made it very clear.
I gotta agree with you on that one, sis.
Better than me. You were in that house. You tell me.
Right.
Yeah, I listen. I told y'all the Kendall. If y'all saw my clip, I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Kendall was ready to risk it all, and those girls were ready to risk it with him. Okay, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Y'all just have to tune in to see like what escalated. But I'm gonna be real. I was very shocked. By that Angels and Demons party, and it took me by surprise. Definitely took me by surprise. So that's kind of just a little taste of what's about to happen. I feel like with this season, and I feel like it's going to get wild in both houses. Honestly, I mean, I don't know, but we're going to see. I think it's going to get a little crazy in both houses, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen on the next episode. I didn't see. I mean, they showed us a preview, but it wasn't like too much of a preview. Someone said you're gonna be seeing clips of me with your man. Oh yeah, she wasn't playing. Alexis wasn't playing. She did say that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that opener because like a lot of openers were like little teasers, and Alexis came straight at the neck. You gonna see me in clips with your man, and it doesn't seem like she was lying.
You was lying. Okay. You know what? She just might be the GOAT of the season so far.
Hey,
She might be the GOAT of the season.
she's the early MVP.
I think she's too aggressive. Like,
No.
But one person's too aggressive is the next person's just right. It's a matter of.
I mean, I wanted to go on
That's
a date
true.
with him at first.
you said what?
I said I wanted to go on a date with him at first, but she beat me too. So I'm not as aggressive.
Right. But yeah, I feel like Tula, I feel like you took the approach like me, like
Just
slow
kind of
and steady.
chill. Is
Slow
that
and steady. Slow and steady.
Unless your date was really like, I guess you guys didn't get into it, but you guys had more chemistry than Erica and Kendall did. Like, it seemed like you guys were smiling. Like, you guys looked good together.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. It was just she had a big brick wall up.
Yeah.
I tried to go over it, and I tried to go under it, and I tried, and I was like, my personality isn't too aggressive, isn't to press. So when I seen where her headspace was, I could tell she's cool people, she's conversational, she can be funny, but it wasn't the time. Timing. Sometimes you can be the right person with the wrong time. People forget about that.
So I do want to ask, that question did pop up. So what pairing did you guys find the most interesting so far?
I personally
Yes. Listen, people were definitely, so I did a virtual watch party again, and people were like, yeah, Erica needs to upgrade to Lex.
Oh yeah, they was on to Lex. Good. They
right
smart. They smart.
Last week, I even said it. I was like, she needs to start her hot girl summer and just get it going because there is nothing left for her in Kendall. So I hope
I look so toxic.
I hope she had the time of her life while she was there. I hope she wasn't trying to save that relationship because there's nothing to save there.
Okay. I'm anxious to see Tula.
I caught her early in the process.
I'm anxious to see Tula, how she gonna react. Well, how you gonna act on the upcoming episodes.
And on that note, you guys, I have to say thank you so much for joining us again for another episode of Tula Unfiltered.
Oh, definitely.
Y'all literally just have to tune in. We're going to do this each week. We're going to immediately following the show at 11 o'clock p.m. We're going to go over what we just saw in the episode. You guys will hear my tea, Brian, and Raro's tea, and I will be bringing on special guests from season 3. You might see some other guests from previous seasons as well. So make sure y'all like, subscribe to this channel, follow us on our on our Instagram pages. Our handles are right there. Lex, let them know what your handle is because it's not in your thing.
Oh, I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm a first timer here. It's at Leche Life _ It's my nickname, Leche. That's what they call me. Yeah. So you can find me on, I just made a Twitter. I got like 62 followers, so fuck with me. You already know.
All right, y'all. Well, listen, I will see y'all right back here next week. Now, I need to go hop back on Twitter and see what the tea is, what's going on.
Let me know what they
catch it.
Listen, we need to hop in that group chat real quick.
Yeah, I'm about to get in there. Hey, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Okay,
and I will see you guys next week.
Bye.